audio programs, video programs, books, coaching sessions, trainings, whatever. But give them small bites and let them kind of work their way up to spending some serious dough with you. And you're going to find a lot of new customers come down the road, and you're going to increase your conversion rate. Finally, find out what they want. I know it sounds like it should be like, duh, of course you want to know what they want. But so few people do that, especially coaches, because coaches get really into their stuff rather than getting into what their customer really wants. So what are the dummy favorites here of how to increase conversion? Well, finding out what they want, that's one of my huge favorites. The more you can find out what somebody wants, the better off you are. Also, offering free stuff, and that's one of my huge favorites. And then finally, stacking pressure. So let's get into what some of this looks like. So how to find out what they want. Let's get into some details here. How do you do that? So first of all, just talk to them. Duh, right? I mean, just go talk to your prospects. Find out what they want. Ask them. Pretty simple. Dialogue online. This is the really cool thing. If you've got like 1,000 people on your email list nowadays, you can just, talk to people via email or have them go to your blog and give comments. You can discuss with groups on forums or Facebook or Twitter. Ask those kind of questions and find out what people are really thinking. It can be fun to find this stuff out. Survey. You can send out now with like SurveyMonkey. If you go to surveymonkey.com, create a free survey, email it out to your list, and wham, now you got like 20 or 30 people that are, commenting on all these different things that you want to know about what they want. Now, my suggestion for this is that don't just survey right up front. Don't just say, hey, take this survey, take 5 minutes of your life and just, help me, right? You only want to do a survey after you've already offered some basic value. So get a generic idea of what people want. And then once you've kind of worked that out and figured that out, give some of that to them. And then after you give it to them, to say, hey, would you be willing to take 5 minutes and fill out a survey so I can help you even more? You get the idea? So you got to prove to them that you're wanting to help them first before they're going to help you help them even more, right? They got to believe, hey, this person really wants to figure out what I want so they can actually give it to me. Once people kind of connect the dots that this person's trying to help me, meaning you're trying to help your client, and they really know that, they will help you a lot. They'll be really excited about taking your surveys because they know the cool stuff that they're going to get after they do it. Coach them also. I mean, one of the great ways to find out what people really want is just coach them. Find out what their goals are. Do coaching sessions. Focus groups and trainings. If you're doing a training, you got a captive audience, ask them what they want. Make a discussion out of it. Make it into a focus group. Or just go ahead and get a focus group together on, let's say, on a conference line. Like get 5 or 10 people that are within your target market on a conference line or in a room somewhere in a geographic area, and just ask them all the questions you would normally survey them with. Focus group can be really great for getting more info in a deeper depth. Or deeper depth, I guess that's redundant. Anyway. Now, keys to giving away free stuff. If you're going to give away free stuff, what are some of the keys? First of all, give away your best stuff. Don't be stingy here. If you see a trailer to a movie, do they put all the boring parts of the movie in there to save the best stuff for when you actually pay for the movie? Of course not. They give the best scenes in that movie. Sometimes they overdo it, but you really want to find your best stuff and give some of that away in the free stuff you're giving away. Give them the what, not the how. So in other words, you're going to save some of the how for later, but you're giving them what to do, and then they're going to go and do some of it. They're going to do maybe well with some of it, but maybe not all of it is going to be perfect, and they're going to want to know the how-to on some of that. And so you can save that to maybe sell that part to them. Find the quick fixes and instant result tips. Don't give them the really deep stuff, even though you might be in love with the deep stuff because you're pretty advanced in your area of expertise. Remember, the people that are your clients are dummies in your area of expertise. That's what makes you the expert, is that everybody else is a dummy compared to you. So you got to kind of dumb things down a little bit and give the quick fixes. Give the instant pudding style fixes when you're giving away free stuff. Give it to them in the highest valued form. If they value video more than anything else, give them a video. You got to do that because they're really gonna check your stuff out. Why do you think I do videos? It's not because it's so easy to do. It's because I know that chances are you're watching this thinking, this is really cool, this is really valuable. Versus if I put all this down in like an ebook form or in like a blog article, you'd never read that, would you? Well, would you? I don't know. Anyway, if you would, then you're better than many of my many of the people that I first work with. And it's not even a better thing. It's just like when people are first thinking about, checking your stuff out, they don't want to waste time or energy kind of having to parse through all your stuff in a more of a bullet point reading form. They want to just watch a video. People want entertainment at first. So give it to them, spoon feed it to them in the highest valued form so they really want it. Focus on fears, frustrations, misconceptions, and shock/entertainment value. Now, what does that mean? That means if you know that your target market has particular fears, like overweight people, you're going to do weight loss coaching, and their fear is they'll never lose the weight. Give them a video on how to make sure that they absolutely will lose the weight and that they never have to worry about ever again thinking that it's possible that they'd never lose the weight. That's a little long-winded, but you get the idea. If there's a frustration that people that are overweight experience, like people laughing at them because they're I don't know, whatever people that are overweight have. I'm skinny, so that's not my problem, but you get the idea. Find out what those frustrations are and make a video about it, make a blog article about it, make an audio to help them alleviate themselves from that frustration. Misconceptions. Is there something that overweight people think that's just not true? Can you dispel that misconception for them? Will that give them a lot of value? If so, maybe make a video or an audio about that. And then also shock value, entertainment value. Anything that's super entertaining that your type of target market would also get real value from. Something entertaining and informative. So educating and entertaining, like two different E's basically that you're looking for on that. Or something shocking. Again, many misconceptions can be shocking if you dispel the myth, so to speak. So, don't be afraid to shock people a little bit. So here's some keys to stacking pressure. Moving on to this favorite dummy technique, time limits. That's an easy one. So for instance, if you're offering a product or a service or a free coaching session or whatever you're offering, put a time limit on it. Say, look, I've only got so many slots open this month and I'm only going to offer these sessions for the next week. So if you want it, you got to make sure that you get in touch with me this week or else I'm not going to be available anymore. So have a time limit on it. Also, limited supply or slots. So especially free coaching sessions, you always got to limit the number of free coaching sessions you're offering. It's just the name of the game. You say, look, I got 10 to offer in the next 3 months. Get them while they're hot. First come, first serve, basically. Limited supply, so helpful to limit a supply. Jackpot, competition, and drawing. So all that means is, if there's something that people want and then you're not guaranteeing they'll get it, the uncertainty can be exciting for people. That's why people go to Vegas, because they're kind of gambling on it. So people love to compete. They love to do a drawing. They love to see if they're going to win. Sometimes they're more excited about winning than actually getting what it is that they're going to win. So nothing wrong with doing that to get the excitement going. Okay, let's take a break here. I'd like to invite you to go to coachestrainingblog.com, and once you put in your name and email address, you'll be taken to the blog where you can watch the rest of this video. And if you're interested in growing your coaching business and learning the specific plans on how I grew my business to over $30,000 a month, I know you'll want to watch the other free videos. And as you can imagine, there are a lot of other techniques we use beyond this one, and the other videos contain some of the higher level principles that will allow you to impact globally as a highly paid coach. You'll also be notified as I post new additions to our free digital video training library, along with case studies of coaches who went through our coaches training no more than a year ago and are now making $128,000 per year and beyond using our coaching quick start system. So again, simply go to coachestrainingblog.com and opt in to see the conclusion of this video. I'll talk to you again soon. Please share this with others or even rate this video if you liked it. Even if you didn't, please share any questions you have in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think.